The world of tech has brought us some of the most powerful and iconic warriors in fiction. Today, we're going to be throwing two of the most advanced mechanical minds into the ultimate showdown. On one side, we have Metal Sonic, the cold, calculated robotic doppelganger of the Blue Blur, and on the other, the genius, billionaire, playboy philanthropist, Iron Man, armed to the teeth with some of the most advanced suits in Marvel history. So, who would win in a head-to-head clash of metal titans? Let's find out. This is going to be a weird video, by the way. First up, let's take a look at where these two metal monstrosities came from. Metal Sonic was created by Dr. Eggman as the ultimate counter to Sonic. Metal Sonic was designed to surpass the speed and abilities of the Blue Hedgehog himself. Unlike other Eggman robots, Metal Sonic possesses an AI sophisticated enough to analyze and adapt to opponents, even evolving beyond its own programming. Over time, it has developed a deadly obsession with proving its superiority over Sonic, pushing it to terrifying new heights, like its transformation into Neo Metal Sonic and Metal Overlord. Meanwhile, Tony Stark, a genius engineer and weapons manufacturer, found himself captured by terrorists who tried to force him to build a deadly weapon. Instead, he created the very first Iron Man suit and fought his way to freedom. Over the years, he's refined his armor, or armors, depending on what you're looking at, into a nearly unstoppable force, packing it with propulsors, missiles, nanotech, and enough firepower to make entire armies tremble. From the classic Mark III to the god-tier bleeding edge armor, Tony has continuously upgraded himself to stay ahead of every threat. Two mechanical powerhouses, but in this fight, only one can win. Let's dive into their abilities. Is not your run-of-the-mill robot. This mechanical nightmare has all of Sonic's speed and then some. For instance, he can reach and even exceed Sonic's speed, which is Mach 5. He has vast durability. He's built from reinforced metals, which means he can tank explosions, energy blasts, and sheer impact forces that would obliterate lesser machines. Metal Sonic can generate powerful electrical fields, shockwave attacks, and he can even absorb energy to amplify his own power through electrokinesis and energy manipulation. He has advanced adaptability. Metal Sonic can analyze an opponent's combat style and copy their abilities, much like how he learned Chaos Control from Shadow. And when pushed to his limits, Metal Sonic can evolve into Neo Metal Sonic, gaining immense power and shape-shifting abilities. And if things get really out of hand, he can transform into Metal Overlord, a kaiju-sized behemoth that even Super Sonic struggles to take down. Of course, Tony Stark is no slouch either. This man has a suit for every occasion, and we're bringing out the best of the best here. For instance, the latest Iron Man suits amplify Tony's strength to insane levels, allowing him to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Thor and Hulk. Advanced thrusters and nanotech adjustments allow Iron Man to travel at hypersonic speeds and perform pinpoint aerial maneuvers. And he has a serious weapons arsenal, from repulsors blasts to lasers and many missiles, EMPs, and even black hole generators. Iron Man has a counter for nearly any opponent. He can regenerate and repair himself with his nanotech suits like the Bleeding Edge and Model Prime. These can self-repair, adapt to incoming threats, and morph into different weapons mid-flight. He has the AI and tactical genius of Jarvis and Friday, which help analyze threats and find weaknesses instantly in their enemies. And finally, he has some special suits. If things escalate, Tony can call upon specialized armors like the Hulkbuster or the Godbuster, the latter of which being powerful enough to punch through cosmic level threats. Alright, we've covered their strengths, but could Metal Sonic actually take down Tony Stark? While Iron Man has incredible reflexes and tracking systems, his suits have struggled against speedsters in the past, like Quicksilver. Metal Sonic is even faster than Quicksilver, potentially moving too quickly for Tony's automated defenses to keep up. Plus, Tony's strength lies in his ability to prepare and counter his enemies, but Metal Sonic is an AI. and his AI-driven adaptabilities give him an edge in real time. The more Iron Man fights, the more Metal Sonic learns, potentially developing strategies that nullify Stark's best weapons. Many of Iron Man's weapons, including his repulsor blasts and unibeam, rely on energy-based attacks, which Metal Sonic could potentially drain and use against him. If Metal Sonic evolves into Neo Metal Sonic, the fight now takes a drastic turn. With the ability to shapeshift, gain increased durability, and even mimic abilities, Neo Metal Sonic could counter even Tony's best armors, just with adaptability. And then we have Metal Overlord. If the battle escalates to a final transformation, Metal Overlord enters the equation now. Iron Man's suits, even at their most advanced, have never dealt with a foe of this magnitude alone. Without external help from someone like Thor or the Avengers, Stark may find himself outmatched by the sheer destructive force of Metal Overlord. So, could Metal Sonic win? Absolutely. While Iron Man is an incredible genius with one of the most powerful arsenals in fiction, Metal Sonic has the raw speed, adaptability, and transformations to turn the tide in his favor. If he plays to his strengths, outrunning Stark's tech, absorbing his energy, and evolving past his limits, Metal Sonic could definitely claim victory. But what do you think? Does Metal Sonic really have what it takes to defeat Iron Man? Or do you still think the legendary Tony Stark would win the day? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic versus battles.